Hello and welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast. Today we're back with a Riddle Joker, as you can read. You may be confused. Hey, Beast, why the fuck are we starting out on the title screen? Well, because I opened up the loading page. Like they indicate that yes, you're in this route, but just having a little chibi next to it. That's fucking adorable, man. Try to look at that and try to tell me that this is not absolutely fucking adorable. It's cute. And just so you know, I am willing to bash someone's skull in if they dare try to say that that wasn't cute. I will mercilessly cave in their skulls. Also, isn't just me or like this twin-tailed, like white-haired girl back there has been showing up in a lot of backgrounds. Like, I remember her showing up in Senden and Banka again, because I'm watching it. I saw her in Noble Works, in the ballroom, if I remember correctly. Is that also a character from a different Ubisoft release? Anyways, today I have beer, because I get to drink today. Personal reasons. I don't really actually don't want to share those here, but yeah, today hasn't been the best of days. Had a rather rude awakening. Anyways, so yeah. Mayu, first to notice me, greets me as I return to the pool. So I was gone so long. Oh, not exactly. I got a bit curious and decided to check out some of the fare. Sorry. Yeah, well. Anyways, now that I'm back, someone else can take their break. Look down at where she's pointing. That is a noticeable red stain on part of my clothes. Let's see! Shit, it must have been during that scuffle. It's not what you're thinking. I just got some ketchup on me while I was eating a hot dog. I turned my body away to hide from her sight. Thanks for pointing it out, though. I didn't notice. I'll wash it off later. I hurriedly walked off to the changing room. Wasn't injured any, and the only thing on my mind was getting back as soon as possible, so it seems I overlooked us. I think I should be safe, though. I doubt the average person can tell a blood stain apart from a normal red one. Some tells me she can.
Yeah.
I reported my conversation with Mayu that night just to be on the safe side. My dad's first response is to chide me. So I have to actually confirm that she doesn't think it's a blood stain. Is that really necessary? Alright. Oh, he's right. Police had to have known I was involved, which means they deliberately chose not to tell the school. In other words, if the school were to learn about my involvement, that would spell trouble for the police. The school would likely suspect me of being an undercover investigator of theirs, who assumed a false identity in order to enroll into the academy. Now, at worst, the school might begin to suspect the involvement of some outside organization.
無論それで即座に突破までたどり着くことはないにしても、少なくとも お前が今後学院側からマークされるのは確実だ。そうなったら俺はお前たちを引き上げさせる以外になくなる。違うか？
Understand? Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry, I'll try to get confirmation as soon as I can.
と言っても今日はもう無理だろう。時間も時間だ。無理をして動いてより疑われてもかなわん。自然な形で明日接触を図る。
Will do. I'll report the results to you tomorrow.
分かった。その時にはこちらも今日の成果で何かしらそっちに通達できるはずだ。
Okay, I'll talk to you later. And to call and clench my teeth in frustration. I hate to admit it, but he's damn right. This could be bad. Not to mention I didn't sternly warn her like I did that time with Mitsukasa. During that encounter, I made sure that she knew my identity During that encounter, I made sure that she knew my identity must be kept a secret. But I neglected to do so with Mayu. Actually, on second thought, that wasn't even the problem. How did it completely slip my mind? I knew Mayu was an important student within the school, so I should have been more prudent. Now I have to wait until tomorrow before I can set about fixing my screw-up. I wish I could do something about it now, but I can't enter the girls' floor at this hour. It wouldn't make sense to call her to ask something like this. I just have to hope my catch-up excuse fooled her.
一応実験してみたけど、ケチャップじゃやっぱりああいうシミにはならない。となると血だったんだよね、あれ。サトルくんに怪我はなかったみたいだけど、ケチャップなんてごまかしたってことはサトルくんには血がつくような心当たりがあったってことで、それってどうあれ、サトルくんが私には隠したかったんなら、こっちも詮索したら悪い。やっぱりここで引いちゃダメだよね。となったらまずはリドルジョーカー。
The card is actually flipped now. It has a chibi Joker version of the character. That's nice. Today's a substitute holiday. That doesn't mean we're allowed to relax and waste the day away. Students that participated in the fair are going to be cleaning everything up today.
なんか昨日軽い喧嘩みたいなのがあったみたいですね。
ああ、それ僕も聞いた。アストラル嫌いの人が来てて、どっかでちょっと揉めてたとかなんとか。
Like, it's gonna be a case of Mayu didn't hear about this. Like, oh, you don't say. You don't say. She just keeps looking over at Sotaro. My heart stops for a second upon hearing yesterday's incident being brought up during breakfast. Dang, really? I had no idea.
それは残念なことだが、大したことにならなかったのならばよかった。しかし、惜しいことをした気もするな。
なんでですか？
いや、不遜にも少し思ってしまっただけだ。その揉め事を起こした者も、我々の店に来ていれば、アストラル能力を見直したかもしれないのに、などと。
ですよね。もったいないことしましたよね、その人も。
If only they knew that they were there for a time.
昨日は本当に大盛況だったからな。返すよかった。
心配はいらなそうだね、サトルくん。
A non-response to Nanami's communicative glance. It really was a stroke of fortune that they decided to eliminate me before doing anything else. The attack occurred at a time when there were no bystanders, and Dad's team sealed off the area before eventually apprehending them. No students witnessed the incident. Some definitely may have heard shooting and or gunshots. The guns were equipped with silencers, however, so even if they heard gunfire, they wouldn't be able to discern the sound. Hence the rumor of a small scuffle.
その分、今日は後片付けが大変そうですけどね。
確かにな。だが仕方ない。プールで飲食物を出した以上、きちんと掃除しておかねば。というわけでみんな、もう一日力を合わせて頑張ろう。
そのためにも朝はしっかり食べておかないとな。
But what I'm most thankful for is the fact that nobody seems to have made the connection between my late return and the rumored scuffle. Well, with a few exceptions, of course.
スオくんはいつもしっかり朝食をとってる気もしますけど。
そうなんだけどね。今日はもう一品追加しようかななんて。
First exception being Mitsukasa. I've already informed her of the attack yesterday, considering she didn't chime in when talk about the rumor arose. I can take that to mean she's still going to keep my identity a secret. Which means the one I have to worry about is Mayu. All school researchers could very well have been informed about the police presence on campus yesterday. Since Mayu is a researcher in addition to being a student, there's a distinct possibility that she's made that connection already. And that bloodstain would only give her more reason to suspect me.
にしてもサトル、なんかそわそわしてない？
I think that's supposed to be you look kinda antsy. I'm fine. I'm just kinda wondering where Mayu is.
確かにそうだが。
Need to check with her stat. That's the same scenario as last night. I can't do anything until she gets here. I'm really itching to just send her a call or a text, but that might come across as a little weird.
ほらほらサトル、ちょうど来たみたいだよ。
Ah! I stand up from my seat the moment I spot her near the entrance. I'll be back.
まだ食べてる途中じゃない。
That's why I said I'll be back. You can have it. I leave my seat and walk straight towards Mayu. Mayu? A look of surprise flashes across her face for a brief moment upon hearing me. But she quickly regains composure.
おはよう、サトルくん。
Are my fears about to be proven true?
いきなりだけど、少しいい？
She asked before I could. This is not looking good! Sure.
じゃあ、来てくれるかな？
I follow after her, preparing myself for the inevitable at this point. After a short while, we arrive at her room. So, what you need?
どうしても聞きたいことがあってね。人目のあるところじゃなんだから、わざわざ来てもらっちゃったんだけど。
I know it. If she knows, then I probably need to be the one to make the first move. The worst case scenario, from my point of view, is having my identity and connection to the SFD exposed. So ideally, I want to get her to cooperate with me before that happens.
その、昨日ね。
Mayu! I abruptly grabbed her shoulders and stared straight into her eyes.
何？唐突にこんな。
Sorry, I kept this a secret from you.
サトルくん。
But believe this, if nothing else.
サトルくん。やっぱり。
Yeah,
やっぱり今でも血気盛んで、喧嘩に首突っ込んじゃったんだね。
Huh? What?
もう。
I don't think we had Pouty this one yet. My face is totally buried in her tits right now. Mayu.
まさかとは思ったけど、案の定なんて。しかも隠そうとしたってことは、後ろめたくは思ってるんでしょ？
Once again, this part which was like, no, that's not the case. No, just protection services.
そうだよ、ダメだよ。そういうのはもうやめよう。お姉さんの顔に免じて、ね、サトルくん。
Hold it! Wait, let me explain! I pry her arms off of me and pull my face out of the depths of her breasts. God damn, that was dangerous, and I nearly lost sight of my purpose because of that warm, soft, cushiony feeling. What are you talking about, violent tendencies?
だってサトルくん、昨日の休憩時間に喧嘩して帰ってきたんでしょ？
What?
それであんな血なんかつけてきて。ケチャップだってサトルくんは言ってたけど、あの後ちゃんと実験したの。ケチャップじゃあんなシミにはならないって。
She takes a cloth with a red stain on it and presents it in front of my eyes. She's right, the stain on my clothes was a dark red, whereas this one was much more lighter, closer to orange.
それで、昨日揉め事があったでしょ？取り押さえるために警察官が立ち入ったっていうのも研究者のつてで聞いてる。その時間がちょうどサトルくんが外してた時間っていうのも。
She does have access to information most students don't, but her conclusion still went in a weirdly different direction.
サトルくんのやんちゃがきっかけだったんでしょ？
No, I swear to God I didn't. She's so off the mark, it's not even funny. I mean, that's a good thing for me, but still!
本当は今でも尖ってて、昨日も密かに喧嘩に明け暮れてたとかじゃないの？
I'm not getting into fights, will you listen to me?
だったら教えて、あのシミは何だったのか。サトルくんが本当は喧嘩して怪我しちゃってたのに、心配させないように黙ってたんだったら、私。
What do I even say? She's worried for me out of pure kindness. Sorry for lying to you, Mayu. Slowly the words came out. Relieved. Just really, really relieved. I never should have expected her to begin with. She worries for me because she knows who I once was. Can't even put into words how nice it feels for someone to care about you this much. But that's all the more reason why I need to keep my identity a secret from her. Your guess was right. I was at the site of the scuffle yesterday. But don't jump to conclusions. I didn't start anything. I just got dragged in because I was around when it started.
そうなの?
Yeah, the arrest was more of a struggle than the rumors made it out to be. The police told me to keep quiet about it because they were afraid of panic breaking out among the students.
それじゃあ、サトルくんは喧嘩も怪我もしてないんだね。
Nope. I didn't even know there was blood on my clothes until you pointed it out.
そっか。よかった。
She slumps onto her bed as if the tension had just left her body all at once.
私、考えすぎちゃってたみたいだね。サトルくんが隠したがってた感じだったから、それってとか想像たくましくしちゃってたよ。
I'm really sorry.
何せ昔が昔だったしさ、サトルくんは。
Okay, I'd really appreciate it if you could stop bringing up my past. I have grown out of that phase. I'm not gonna go around picking fights left and right anymore. Only right.
そうだよね。なのに私ったら、ごめんね。一人合点して問い詰めちゃって。
It's fine. I'm just glad you care about me, Mayu. Thank you. But yeah, I gotta say, you surprised me today. You're usually a pretty calm and collected person, but you got really emotional today.
それはね。
Self-deriding smile crosses her face, and her face slowly
も
lowers.
う後悔したくないから。だから心配となったらやっぱりためらってちゃダメだよねって。
She's likely referring to our days at Fudan. She regrets turning a blind eye towards my plight. Thank you. I mean it.
ううん、こっちこそ教えてくれてありがとう。まあでも心配かけたくなかったサトルくんの気持ちもわかるからね。だから今のことは私の胸の内に秘めておくから。
Thanks, I appreciate it.
コーヒーを入れるね。飲んでいってくれる？
Sure. It really is nice to have someone who cares about you so much. But it only makes it harder for me to hide the truth from her. I can't tell her who I am. It hurts, but it is what it is. I knew I'd have to deal with these things when I entered this line of work. Also, I've been told that apparently Mayu-Route has like an extremely mild spoiler for Ayasa's route. Well, I already knew that Ayase has all the spoiler for all the other routes. So yeah, basically it was just an innocent worry. This night, as opposed to last, I have good news for Dad. My explanation was that I was at the scene when it occurred. She seemed to buy pretty readily. I was with her a while after that, but she never brought up the subject again.
そうか。ならば一安心だな。最悪の場合、多少の危険は覚悟の上で、彼女の身辺捜査にかかってもらうことも考えていたが、そういうことなら必要はなさそうだ。
Appreciate that. I'm sorry I didn't inform you already about us being in the same orphanage.
自分の黒歴史に向き合うことも必要だぞ。特に大人になるためには。
Look, I'm not intentionally hiding it. I just figured it wasn't necessary considering it's more of a personal circumstance. But I did kind of want to keep it a secret from Nanami and Dad.
ともあれ、そういうことなら、式部真由がお前を心配するのはもっともだ。だが、そうなると念のため、派手に動くことになる任務はしばらく控えた方が良さそうだな。また結婚が服について、万が一またそれを見とがめられたら、今度こそ怪しまれるだろうし。
Yeah, that's probably a wise idea. Do you want me to keep a low profile in the meantime, then? I doubt we'll have to worry about a follow-up attack after yesterday, but still.
あ、その辺に関して、ひとまず現状で分かったこと込みで伝えておく。
Did you get some information out of the guys we captured?
取り調べ自体はあまり進んでいないがな。さすがにそうあっさりと情報を提供してはくれない。が、喋らずとも分かることはある。例えば、連中の装備とかな。
So you traced them back to their organization by... So you traced them back to their organization by examining their gun models and distribution channels?
いや、調べなくても分かった。あの装備は、その辺の組織じゃ手配できない。というより、奴らの所属が、うちと同じだってことはな。
What? If we're the same classification, then that means there are another secret government organization out there aside from the SFD? We're basically just fighting ourselves then.
落ち着け。同じと言っても、同派閥というわけじゃない。捕まえた中にアストラル使いはいなかったし、アストラル対応の特殊装備も持ってはいなかっただろ。
Oh, it's the fucking conservatives! God damn it! Yeah, all they had were knives and guns.
だから、むしろ逆だ。うちの上と奴らの上では立場が違うってことだよ。
What do you mean?
現在、政府も国民も基本的にはアストラルを何とか有用すべきという考えが主流だ。しかし、そう考えていない一派も存在する。それこそ政府与党内にすらな。
So in other words, they belong to an organization that argues for strict Astron regulation?
そういうことだ。
Does that mean they targeted Mitsukasa so they could tip the scale of public opinion? It's no exaggeration to say that she's currently the nationally recognized figurehead of all Astrals. She gets caught up in a terrorist incident that could spark debate about all sorts of issues. Our enemies would hope to capitalize on that discord to sway the public opinion.
だろうな。具体的にどうするつもりだったのかはまだわからんが、少なくともアストラル規制を推進するために三笠綾瀬を捕らえようとしていたのは間違いないだろう。
Which means we've really crippled them after yesterday, huh?
ああ、襲撃が失敗したというだけじゃない。我々にこうして尻尾をつかまれたわけだからな。
So they literally can't do anything. But they probably won't be able to do anything for a while. And then they probably won't be able to do anything for a while. Mitsukasu should be safe for that duration.
いや、彼女の身の安全は完全に確保できた。
What? Really? Judging from what you told me earlier, I'm guessing you had a very polite talk with them to pressure them into giving up?
ああ、少なくとも三笠綾瀬にはもう二度と手が出せないようにな。だから、お前の護衛任務も終了とする。彼女にもそう伝えてやるといい。
Hey, Mikasa! We beat the fucking conservatives! Oh. Okay. It's like a weight on my shoulders It's like a weight on my shoulders was just removed. The mission only spawned because of a blunder on my part, but I'm still glad it ended successfully.
てなわけで、当面は別名あるまで待機だ。先ほども言った通り、派手に動かず、のんびり羽でも休めててくれ。
I said, well, thank you. And then the transmission and plopped down on my bed with a sigh. Looks like I won't give Mayu anything to worry about for the next while. I'm kind of shocked at how relieved I feel about that. What's going on with me? I've also been acting way too careless around her. She's the only person in the school who knows who I used to be as a boy. She's someone I knew before I even met Dad or Nanami. It's no surprise she's special. Not that I really mean anything by that.
リドルジョーカ
Just the smug expression she has in that. I wish there was like a full-on, like full-size version of that. Few days have passed and I'm already back to my daily routine.
発表祭の準備期間中はとても走っている場合ではなかったが、いや、それはそれで楽しく充実したものだったが、やはり朝はこうでないとな。
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I give her a firm nod as we run alongside each other. Good thing everything was a success, though.
ああその通りだな。返す返す。本当に良かった。
But not everything is back to normal.
本当だよな。俺らもバルーンアート失敗してたら多分まだ引きずってるぜ。
マジで無事に終わってよかった。おかげで他のみんなの出し物も見て回れたしさ。
あ、そうだ。スオたちの店も良かったぜ。
それって本当に深い意味はないんだよね。
いや、そうだ、その出現があった。だから違うって変な意味はねえよ。
Since the fair's ending, there have been a few notable changes.
有原くん、出現って何なんですか？
When Kyohei went to take their orders, Takashina said he wanted a girl to come, and Sagami said, no, Kyohei is fine.
それってまさか。うわ。
Yeah, that's how they reacted too, so now he's trying to deny it.
まあ、スオくんは女子顔負けに可愛らしいからわからないでもないですけれど。
One of the changes being my relationship with Mitsukasa.
発表祭の日、あなたの戻りが遅かったのはそういうことでいいのよね。
I had an honest talk with her after my call with Dad. Yeah, that's basically what happened.
私服の警察官が不審者を取り押さえるために学院の敷地内で捕り物を繰り広げたとこちらは聞いているけど、それは私が狙われていたということでいいのね。
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about that anymore.
え？
We've caught the group that's been targeting you. We're still investigating their motives, but you should be out of harm's way now. For obvious reasons, though, I couldn't reveal to her that the attacks were part of a pro-Astron regulation group.
じゃあ、あなたの護衛も終わりってこと？
Nope. Sorry for all the trouble I put you through.
それはこっちのセリフよ。発表祭当日だって本当に大変だったでしょうに。
What I went through doesn't matter as long as you use knife. Honestly, you were much busier than I was that day.
有原くん、ありがとう。私、
Must have been hard spending the whole day in a swimsuit. Even I was a little worried about your pads falling out.
Huh?
Well, nothing ultimately happened, so as they say, all's well that ends well.
しみじみ言わないでよ。しかも今までで一番。
But, well, your dignity was on the line.
というか誰もそんな話はしてないわよ。ぶちのめすぞ。
So, mission to protect you is over, yes. But I'll still be attending this school, so I hope we can continue being friends.
そうなの？
I mean, it'd be a little strange if I transferred in and left within, like, a period of a month or so. I'm done with work for the time being, so I'm gonna take it easy here and enjoy life for a while.
そう。なら、改めてよろしく、有原くん。
After that incident, she put her mask back on around me. Guess that means she doesn't see the need to show me her true personality anymore. It does feel like she's distanced herself from me some. It's a bit saddening, but it's a good thing. That's how things were supposed to be. Want to see that side of her again, I just have to get closer to her.
俺は単純にな、お前らの店が良かったぜっていうだけで。
ごめんごめん、ありがとね。だってさ、サトル、三笠さん、二条院さん。ありがとうございます。
生の反応をもらえると、やり遂げた考えもまたひとしおだな。うん。
Yep, and it's great to be able to share in that feeling with our friends. Makes me glad I was part of it.
本当ですね。私もです。
Working together with my friends to create something great was a very rewarding experience. That is what school life is all about. It's nice being able to savor this lingering sense of accomplishment and joy. Why, hello there, Chisaki.
フローチャート画面です。
Mayu's worries and order to worry. Conclusion also. So the start of each of these are just gonna have Mayu's face just like plastered on right there. Huh, nice. So you're trying to tell me that what is this decision again? Oh, this is a decision based on already occurring things, so this isn't like an actual decision. Forget anything I said then. Lunch break! Right as we walked out the building, Miba noticed us and came running over with Nanami in tow. Yeah, what's got you all excited?
聞いてくださいよ。今日クラスのみんなからたくさん私たちのお店良かったよって言ってもらえたんですよ。ね、ななみちゃん。椅子だけじゃなくて接客もお料理も褒めてもらっちゃって。
そうか。うん。実を言えば我々も同じだ。
本当ですか？やりましたね、私たち。
そうですね。全員の力あってこそなんですもんね。
Honest to God, we know that the main character is well built at this point. So honest to God, I was expecting like one of them to go like, yeah. I even heard like one of the girls like fangirling about Satoru's pecs or something. It was Satoru, right? I'm not being retarded, right? It was Satoru.
ってわけで、よかったらこのままみんなでお昼もご一緒しませんか？
もちろんです。喜んで。ちょうど僕らもそんなノリで今日は一緒に食べようかって出たところだったんだしね。
ならちょうどよかったですね。
I feel like these things are kind of dangerous because they can be used as ladders, technically. Thus, the two of them joined our lunch group. Feels like it feels like we've all been getting a lot closer since the festival. But we're still missing one person. Can't forget Mayu. We better invite her too.
はいですよね。こうなったらやはりみんな一緒じゃないといけない。
サトルくんやるじゃん。私こういうノリまだ慣れてなくてついていくので精一杯なの。
Well, we're gonna be normal students here for a while, so might as well act like it. Okay, if you guys are ready, let's go get Mayu.
私
Speak of the devil. Oh yeah, we were. Want to eat lunch with us? Together?
もちろん構わないけどそれってサトルくんと二人っきりで
What?
そりゃ私とサトルくんは特別な仲だし
In a sense, yes. Realizing she was thinking the exact same thing I was earlier, my heart skips a beat. But why would I ask you that with everyone else here?
大丈夫分かってるよ。
Whoops.
発表祭メンツで食べようってことだよね。それじゃあ遠慮なくお姉さんも参加させてもらうね。
はい。それはこちらも大歓迎と言いますか。そのつもりでしたが。これはそういうことでいいのか？
ですよですよ、きっとよくある話ですもんね。
よくある話とは？
ほらイベントの後となったら好きものじゃないですか。
ああ、なるほど、そういうことですか。ああ、だからあんな。
Okay, hold up. What are you guys going on about? For some reason, they've started whispering amongst themselves.
いや、照れずともいい。我々も分かっている。
Yeah, but what?
日常とは違うシチュエーションで一緒に同じことをやってきて。
それをきっかけにくっつく人もいておかしくないだろう。
What? These guys really misread things.
まあそれを言い出すとここにいる全員にきっかけがあったはずなんだが、いや、なんで私ではないんだとか、そういうことを言いたいのではなくてだな。
You sure?
共に苦楽を乗り越えた仲間として我々は全力で二人の仲を応援するぞ。
But here's the thing. I feel like at this point, Hazuki also has like a really close relationship with him, since you gotta remember, like they've basically been like out on a morning jog almost every day ever since their first jog. So it makes sense for them to have at this point a pretty tight relationship. Calm down, please. This is all one giant misunderstanding. You can see why they think that when she said our relationship was special, but still. There's nothing going on between us. Back me up here, Mayu.
そうか、そう思われちゃうよね。ごめんね、サトルくん。迷惑だったよね。
It wasn't a bother, per se.
ないの？
No,
とにかく良かったね、サトルくん。素敵な恋人ができて。
I'm going to throw you like a fucking dart. She's not!
そうそう、私もちょっと調子に乗っちゃっただけだから。なんせ今までお昼を誘われたことなんかなかったから。あれ？そうなんですか？2回も留年しちゃってるし、そもそも教室にあまり顔出さないしね。ってわけで特別というならここにいるみんなだよ。
それは光栄です。
じゃあそろそろ行こうか。いい加減お腹もペコペコだし。ごめんねサトル、余計なこと勘ぐっちゃって。
ああ、そうだな、申し訳なかった。
Nah, it's okay. I just overreacted. Much to my surprise, I was able to clear things up a lot quicker than I expected. Huh. Guess I'm in the same boat as Nanami after all. Just enough. I'm just as unused to socializing as she is.
そこがますます怪しかったんだけどね。
Hey, don't say that! It all ended with friendly laughter. We were able to be so carefree because the festival ended, and we've gone back to daily life. Things are nice and peaceful. It's good to know that I'll be able to relax and enjoy the rest of my time at the school. Or so I thought.
一丁研究棟を調べてみてくれないか？
That night, Dad contacted me and immediately assigned me a new mission. What's all this about? He said I'd have a break for the next while.
それはそうなんだが、あんな証言が取れたとなったらな。
From one of the guys you apprehended.
少しな。それによると、奴らはどうも学院のセキュリティの状態を把握していたようだ。
Yeah, that's not too terribly surprising. They wouldn't have been able to carry out their mission otherwise.
が、その中に研究棟に関わるものもあったとしたら、どうだ？
What?
そっちはそこまで詳しいものではなかったけどな。せいぜい内部構造と警備員の配置くらいだ。連中がなぜそんな情報を入手できていたのか、それはこちらもまだわからない。が、これだけは言える。三笠綾瀬を誘拐するのに研究棟の情報まで必要だったとは思えない。
Yeah, so there's more to it than we thought.
研究棟への襲撃も同時に行おうとしていた可能性がある。
So what would people from an anti-Astron faction want that would be in there?
それがわからないから何かあるかどうか調べてほしいと言っているんだ。
Destroy the research?
無論できるようならだけどな。しばらく休めといった手前もあるし、可能かどうかも含めて決行は現場の判断に委ねる。
Based on what he's saying, breaking into the research center is the only option. Since they don't have any hard evidence, they'll obviously want any leads they can get, which leaves everything in mine and Nanami's hands.
どうだ？
Alright, I'll do what I can. This is my only option.
リドルジョーカー。
Oh, it's the ace. No. Look at the cutest one.
まあ、私たちの立場じゃね。うなずくしかないよね。
I appreciate your understanding, thanks.
いろんな意味で日常が戻ってきたって感じだな。フローチャート画面だよ。
Laying the groundwork, apparently. Oh, oh no, her face just appears whenever we've passed one. So many Mayus, it's heaven.
残念だったね、サトルくん。せっかく式部先輩といい感じだったのに、また相棒が私に戻っちゃって。
I will chuck you over the walls of this fucking property like a hammer during the Olympics. Stop bringing it up!
まあ、とにかく、研究区画の下調べだね。
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a lot tougher than sneaking in the school building, so let's be extra cautious.
わかってるよ。サトルくんの相棒なんだから。
You really don't need to stress that part.
そんなことないってば。それよりほら、さりげなくさりげなく。
Nanami and I immediately began prepping for our mission the next day. First, we checked the security setup from outside by pretending to be lost students. That, of course, gave us the data they extracted from the interrogation, but that wasn't enough. Needed to confirm it firsthand. Hence, why we're doing what we are now.
データの通りだね。日中から警備員が立ってる。
You can probably assume there'll be more at night.
そこにも監視カメラあるね。サトルくん、この距離でもあまり立ち止まってない方が良さそう。
Now let's pull out after we check that path.
まあ、向こうにも2つ監視カメラあるんだけど。
I know it's normal, but damn, security's tight here.
もう行こう、サトルくん。外観から洗うのも昼だと限度あるよ、これ。
Yeah, they'll keep a sharp eye out for students especially. We'll really have our work cut out for us this time. I venture out at night and examine the exterior of the building alone.
おかえり。どうだった？
I scanned the building on all four sides. Nothing we wouldn't expect what we wouldn't have expected.
とりあえずカメラとセンサーの位置と警備員の巡回範囲を教えて。
Yeah, sure. From what I can make out, the cameras were... She opens up a map on the research center on her tablet. After that, she adds the locations of the cameras and security guards' patrol routes.
確かに校舎とは桁違いのセキュリティ強度だけど。
At the very least, I think we should have no problem getting to the perimeter of the building itself.
だね。ルートとしてはやっぱりこの搬入口の横にある通用口からかな。ただこの図だと内部のセキュリティ体制がわかんないからな。入ってからが問題だよね。
The assailants wouldn't need to worry about being stealthy after breaking in, but we, on the other hand, would. Knowing the precise location of the cameras and sensors is a must if we don't want to get caught. Security on the service door looks like astral authentication.
最悪潜入して少しずつ内部を調べていくって手はないではないよね。
I could, but that'd be way too dangerous.
そうなんだよね。現状だととても踏み込めたもんじゃないな。
I fully agree. I don't even know what it is we're supposed to be looking for. We're going to need a lot more intel before we can go through with this.
ってわけで現状手をつけられるとしたら式部先輩の研究室になるよね。
I guess. For some reason my mind wavered for a split second. She's right though, hacking a computer is indeed the safest and most reliable method available. So why did I feel hesitant?
でもできればその手もなるべく控えたい感じなんだよね。
Why is that?
例のカードキーを使うのは最小限にとどめたい。というかできるだけ使いたくない。
Oh, it gets recorded in the system logs, doesn't it? Enemy does tamper with the logs, but it's best not to assume it's foolproof. Well, I don't think our unauthorized use of her authentication card key has been discovered yet, at the very least.
認証キー自体は正規のものと同じなんだから式部先輩の行動と照らし合わせない限りそうそう発覚はしないとは思う。
The more we use it, the higher the risk. The worst being we have no way of knowing whether or not they've discovered our unauthorized entering. That makes it all the easier for them to trap us.
だから私としてはまずそこから確認するのが理想。
Yeah. So until then, we should refrain from infiltrating Mayu's lab. In which case...
まずは式部先輩にもっと接近して他の情報入手経路を探るのが最善の手かな。
I guess there's no avoiding it. Why am I hesitating again? It's obvious that this is the only thing we can do. Not to mention I have a responsibility to make this mission a success. Yeah, you're right, it's the only way. I'll take care of things on that end. In the meantime, you keep working on security countermeasures and securing a route. Why are you looking at me like that?
そうだよね。サトルくん、式部先輩とは特別な仲だもんね。
Oh, for crying out loud. How many times do I have to tell you we're not a thing? That should let this whole thing go unless I explain the circumstances. She's still sulking and looks a bit embarrassed, so I muster up my courage and start talking. You remember I used to live in an orphanage before Dad adopted me?
何突然。もちろん知ってるけど、サトルくんのことだし。
Well, oddly enough, Mayu actually lived there too. We didn't really talk to each other though, and she hid the fact that she was an astral to avoid being discriminated against. Plus, my last name changed after I get adopted, so yeah, we didn't know at first until she mentioned something.
だから、サトルくんのこと気にかけてるの？
Partly, she feels bad about not being able to help me back when we were kids at the orphanage, so now she kinda wants to make amends for that. Like, she was worried sick when I returned late, when we were running the cafe. Apparently she thought I got caught up in that commotion everyone was talking about.
そっか。だったらごめん。うがった目で見ちゃったりして。
No, it's not your fault. I should have told you. But yeah, you can leave her to me. I mean, this also means I'll be taking advantage of her trust. I had to have to do this. But there really is no other way. I'm not an orphan living at Furan anymore. I'm an astral working for the SFD. And I have a responsibility to fulfill the duties assigned to me.
というか。だったらそりゃ、名前で呼ぶようにもなるよ。仲がいいどころか特別な仲なんじゃん。サトルくんと敷部先輩。
Stop pouting, please. It's about as special as meeting an old classmate. You're my sister, Nanami, and I love you to death. No girl will ever be more special to me than you, so just relax.
またキモいこと言ってる。
You basically made me say it!
とにかく、お兄ちゃんは敷部先輩に接近。私は引き続き、その他の下準備。
And that was that. Our objectives have been set, and we would begin action tomorrow.
リドルジョーカー。
Are you free right now?
サトルくん、ちょっと待ってね。
Door unlocks not long after. The door unlocks not long following her reply. Hey.
はーい、いらっしゃい。どうしたの？お姉さんに何か用かな？
Nothing in particular. Just dropping by to say hi.
なんとなくコーヒーを飲みに来たっていうのでもなくて？
Wanted to see you. Is that an acceptable reason?
全然ダメじゃないけどちょっと驚いたかな。サトルくん今までは何かしら理由がないと来てくれなかったから。
Well, I figured I didn't need to make excuses anymore if I wanted to see you.
そんな可愛いことを言われると大歓迎したくなっちゃうな。
So far, so good. She doesn't seem to suspect a thing. This was the first thing I wanted to confirm. Now that I know I can drop by whenever without a reason, that makes things a lot easier. When I get in the way of your research, though, I glanced at her computer monitor. She must have closed everything when I knocked. Currently only shows her desktop. Guess she'll still keep that stuff secretive around just about anyone. In which case, I'll have to drop by frequently and wait for an opportunity.
大丈夫。いつ来てくれたって構わないよ。
Are you sure you want to say that? I really will start coming all the time.
本当にどういう風の吹き回し？サトルくん攻め攻めだね。
Oh, nothing really. I just thought I should stop by more often after seeing how worried you got about me.
ああ、ひょっとしてすっごく気にしてくれちゃってる？重たかったら流してくれていいんだよ。
It's fine. I'm happy you were so concerned. That's why I'm here. I want to reassure you that I'm all right.
そう、それはなんていうか照れるね。
I know what you mean.
でも嬉しいよ。すごく嬉しい。これからもどんどん顔見せに来てくれるともっと嬉しいね。
Sure, I'll try to visit you more frequently. Well, here I am. Hi. This coming to your room a bit too imposing, maybe?
そんなことないよ。ただちょっとびっくりしただけで。とにかく座って座って。まさか本当に押しかけてきてくれちゃうなんてな。
I don't know why I'm doing this. Fuck, maybe I should have actually read that line.
クログ画面だ。
She beckons me to a seat cushion while laughing bashfully. It's a bit of an embarrassing feeling, but it once again reminds me of the fact that I'm taking advantage of her and I feel bad. Well, it is what it is. Boys can only visit the girls' floors during certain hours. I can't afford to waste time.
コーヒー飲むよね。ああ、もう夜だからカフェインは控えたい？
Now I'll have some. So you drink coffee both at your lab and in your room? Are you really that busy all throughout the day? Casually scan her room as
部
I
屋ではのんび
speak.
りしてるよ。単純に好きなだけさ。
Oh, okay. So is your computer here just a personal use
こ
one?
れだと重要なデータにアクセスできないからね。それでも研究自体はできなくないけど。はい、コーヒー入ったよ。どうぞ、サトルくん。
Thanks. Man, my job would have been so much easier if she could access the Ames database from here. But alas, life is never that easy.
お砂糖とミルクは？あ、フーフーもしてあげようか。
No, I'm good, actually. No, I'm good, actually.
それじゃあまた胸を貸そうか？ふかふかするよ。
Most definitely not! Actually, why are you making all these suggestions?
ごめん。ちょっとテンション上がっちゃったね、私。君が来てくれて嬉しいっていうのを態度で表さなきゃみたいに。
No, I feel really bad for saying no! But I can't. I can't let it push my head into those wonderfully large breasts. Nope, I have to do this! That was all for the mission.
サトルくん。
Clear the image of Naname's scornful face from my mind and stare resolutely at Mayu. Are you?
私もコーヒー飲んで落ち着かないとだね。
What was that?
やっぱりいる？
No, I didn't just forget about that!
そっか。じゃあ、私は使わせてもらうね。そっか。サトルくんは本当はブラック糖だったか。
Wait, you were talking about sugar? No, nothing, never mind, no! I chugged down the coffee to hopefully divert her attention. It's extremely bitter. God, what am I even doing? With persistence, though, I'm eventually able to obtain some information.
前も言ったけど、研究棟にはたまにしか行かないんだ。身分としてはあくまでも学生だし、やりとりなんかはほとんどネットワーク上で済むしね。
Fuck!
そもそも私の研究は、中の研究員さんたちとはアプローチが違うし。
What kind of stuff are you researching?
それを説明しようとしたら、一晩かかっちゃうな。サトルくんが泊まっていってくれるなら、喜んで話しちゃうけど。
Yeah, I can't do that.
そうだね。残念。だからそれは置いておくとして、そんな感じで、行くのは多くても、せいぜい週1かな。
What's it like inside there?
そうだね。いわゆる研究所ってイメージ通りのところではあるけど、各研究室にこもりっぱなしの人ばっかりだから、廊下なんかいつもシーンとしてて病院みたいでもあるかな。
Huh, that's interesting. Perhaps there aren't actually many guards inside? If the researchers rarely come out, the only thing I need to worry about are the camera sensors and locked doors.
にしてもずいぶん気にしてくれるんだね。
My heart stops for a brief second, but I managed to keep my composure. Yeah, I honestly am. Being a researcher seems like a ton of work.
お姉さん、喜んじゃっていいのかな？
As long as you don't pull me into your bosom again.
ずいぶん意識してくれてるんだね。私の胸。
I'm not, I swear!
だとしても嬉しいな。はあ、あんなツンツン尖ってたサトルくんが、こんな風に私を気にしてくれるようになるなんて。あ、怒っちゃった？ごめん。私、また調子に乗っちゃったかな。
Nope, sorry, I was just feeling a bit embarrassed. And the reoccurring pangs of guilt. She's genuinely happy that I'm visiting her too, which only makes it that much worse. Man, I really need to get myself together. I've been getting so distracted.
わあ、そんな顔されると私まで照れくさくなっちゃうな。また壁ドンする？それとも他ドンがいい？
I'm not gonna do anything like that! Really? Why would you suggest that if you're blushing?
相手がサトルくんだからだよ。ほら、特別な仲だから、みたいな。
I agree that it is a special relationship. Mayu knows my past. She knows everything about the person I was before I joined the SFD. Maybe that's why I'm having so much trouble treating this as a mission.
前にも言ったが、潜入方法と決行のタイミングは現場の判断に任せる。いけそうだと思ったら言ってくれ。とにかく今は下手を打たないことが最優先だ。
Right, we'll continue gathering information for the time being.
よろしく頼む。
Get the call and swap out my SIM cards. Put my personal feelings aside and spoke of the situation objectively to him. Since he's left the decision-making in my hands, I feel even more pressure to see this through. How's it going, Nanami?
私の意見としては、これじゃ拉致開かないって感じかな。
I feel that. You haven't been able to procure any useful information at all. You just have to check if the keycard still works if you want any shot at hacking your computer again.
日中、先輩が研究室にいる時にね。先輩が立ち上げてる状態の PC からハッキングできれば、話は早いんだけど。
That's not a very solid plan.
だよね。
She rests her fingers on her chin for a moment and ponders. After a few seconds, she looks up at me with an expression like she just thought of something.
サトルくん、ほんの10分くらいでいいの。式部先輩の気を PC からそらせない？
リドルジョーカー。はい、コーヒーをどうぞ。
Thanks. Also, sorry for bothering you so much lately.
大丈夫大丈夫。何度も言ってる通り来てくれて嬉しいよ。ただ今日はちょっと作業させてもらうけど、ごめんね。気にせずくつろいで言ってくれるかな。
Right, thanks. Mayu was happy to see me again today. She appears a little busy, which makes me feel a little bad about bothering her, but this will work in my favor. She's glued to her PC, though. How do I peel her away from it? It's the first hurdle in the operation Nanami devised. Look for an opening while drinking my
今日
coffee.
のコーヒーはどう？
I'm intently observing her when she suddenly asks me a question, still facing the computer screen. It stalls me a bit. Right. The aroma feels stronger than usual.
そうそう。いつもはリフレッシュ用ブレンドだけど、今日は気持ちが落ち着くアロマのやつにしてみたんだ。
What? Did something stressful happen to you?
今日もサトルくんが来てくれるだろうなーって思ったらウキウキしちゃってね。だからだよ。それとサトルくんが遠慮しないでいてくれるようにかな。
But I'm not sure how to respond to that.
それはよかった。こう伝えた時のサトルくんのリアクションも楽しみにしてたからね。期待通りに照れてくれちゃってお姉さんますます嬉しい限りだよ。
I'm not blushing. I'm still a little surprised you were able to tell what's going on with your face turned towards me. What? Without your face turned towards me.
おかげさまでマルチタスクには慣れてるからね。
Not only is she talking to me while staring at a computer screen, her fingers are rapidly connecting away at the keyboard without pause.
サトルくんと離れ離れになってからの生活の賜物ってところかな。
Yeah, and you somehow managed to become a researcher before you even graduated. Pretty impressive stuff. It still amazes me. She must have worked her tail off after she left Fudan and enrolled here at Kika Academy. Which just makes her all the more formidable. So how do I distract an expert multitasker? Okay, why am I acting like she's some
学
enemy?
生業の方は今じゃほとんどほったらかしだけどね。
Speaking of which, somehow despite her smarts, she repeated 2 school years. Think she said it was because she didn't have enough credits or something? Can I ask you something again?
何かな？
How come you're not taking the classes you need to graduate? The first time I asked her, she dodged the question. How will she respond this time?
まあちょっとね。目的があるんだ。
She gives me an honest, clear-cut answer. On top of that, she even pauses what she's doing. She turns around and looks at me with a bit of an embarrassed smile. So, like a goal?
だからそれを果たすまでは卒業できない。こうして研究させてもらってるのも実を言うとその一環なんだ。
Do you mind if I, ask what that goal is?
気にしてくれるのは本当嬉しいけど、
But no.
やっぱりないしょ。
She gives me a mischievous smile, then turns around and starts clacking away at her keyboard again. She's really not letting her guard down. But you mentioned a goal. Seemed pretty important too. Do you have anything like that? I begin ruminating. I have a goal, which is to fulfill my mission. That's why I'm here at Kika Academy. But that's not quite the same as what she has. Hers is more like a life goal. I have nothing like that, honestly. I'm a pretty empty person. It's kind of a saddening thought. We were both astrals raised in the same place, but look where she ended up compared to me. Now, why am I thinking these things? Stop that, Satoru. I need to focus on the mission at hand. None of me's counting on me here. I can't let her down. What should I do? How do I divert her attention away from the computer? All of a sudden, one loud tap resounds and the clacking stops. She then puts her hands in the air and stretches her body.
今日のタスク一つ終了。やっぱり肩が凝るな。学院絡みのあれこれは。
Alright, I forgot you do stuff besides schoolwork and research. I remember the time she was asked to test me and Nanami when we first arrived at the school.
そうそう。便利使いされてるよ。いろいろ自由にさせてもらってるから仕方ないんだけどね。
She pats her shoulders as she sighs. After all that work she did, and considering her ample bosom, it's no wonder that her shoulders are stiff. Well, I kinda want to do something to reward her. I was like, that's it.
どうかした？
If you don't mind, would you like me to massage your shoulders? It's perfect! This is just the thing I can use to divert her attention for 10 minutes. And since I'll be holding her shoulders, I can easily react to any sudden movements and turn her body if needed. Please, if you don't mind.
私そこまで年寄りじゃないよ。
It has nothing to do with it. Everyone gets stiff shoulders after extensive periods of work. Think of it as a thank you for letting me visit even though you're busy. Come on.
だからそれは気にしないでいいってば。
Come on, just leave your shoulders to me.
人に揉まれたことなんてないから、ちょっと恥ずかしいな。
Pretty please.
そんなことはないけど。
Honestly, instead of going like pretty please, just say, hey, this is revenge for suddenly pulling me into your tits like that, like you keep doing. Like you embarrass me, I get to embarrass you. Great, turn your chair around for me then.
もう強引なんだから。男の子だよ、サトルくん。痛くしないでね。
Of course, I'll be very gentle. All right, without further ado. That entire conversation felt exceedingly wrong.
変な気分。
Does it feel good? Does it not feel good? I mean, I feel like this is supposed to be a larger CG, but they again like zoomed in.
気持ちいい。ありがとう、サトルくん。
That's also a good one.
あのサトルくんに肩を揉んでもらえるなんてな。
Gradually, she relaxes her body. Man, your shoulders really are stiff. Don't worry, I'll give you shoulder massages whenever you want.
そこ、いい。
You're particularly stiff there. Gotta give it some extra care.
ありがとう。ちゃんと優しくしてくれて。だから、もう、なんだか、うっとりしちゃうよ。
She slowly closes her eyes and leans her body back against me. This is it, now's the time. Just sit back and relax. I'll be focusing on your left shoulder now. I casually raise my hand from her shoulder and reach into my pocket to take out a small stick. It looks exactly like a USB drive. Look at my peripheral view and prepare to insert the device into her computer's USB port.
これを挿してもらえさえすれば、私の端末から遠隔でハッキングできるから、完了の合図まで何とかして敷部先輩に気づかれないようにお願い。それと、挿す時も気をつけてね。PC 側で認識音が鳴っちゃうから、それもうまいこと気づかれないように。
It's a tall order if I've ever heard one. In terms of risk-reward, there's our best option. I'm just gonna have to make it work. Now! Sorry, but I'm gonna push a little harder now. Push deep into her tendon right as I thrust the device into the USB port. Her computer makes a notification sound not a second later. I hear the sound, but the biggest question is, did she?
ちょっと痛かったけど、でもそれも気持ちいい。ジンジンしてくるよ。サトルくん、もっとして。
All clear. After a few brief seconds of tension, she loosens up again. Alright, stage 1 complete. I glance over at the monitor again and see numerous windows popping up and closing repeatedly. That's not how hacking works. Looks like the hacking is going well. All I gotta do now is keep Maya's attention focused over here. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to using both hands now.
サトルくん、上手。何かそういう経験でも積んできてたの？
No, don't turn around! I quickly apply pressure through my fingers.
それは強すぎだよ。
バックログ画面だ。
Hold on, let's run that back.
シーンを移動するよ。
There we go. Sorry, how's this feel?
それくらいでお願い。
I'll try and be more careful. Unfortunately, I don't have much experience giving massages.
なら、これが初めて？
Yeah.
そっか。それはそれで、なんか嬉しいかも。じっくり、味わっちゃいたくなるよ。
Okay, someone avoided that catastrophe. She seems to like it when I gently slide my fingers across, as opposed to when I press hard against her muscles. I'll continue doing that.
やっぱり、声、出ちゃう。誰かに揉んでもらうのが、こんなに気持ちいいなんて。恥ずかしいけど、もっとしてほしくなっちゃうよ。サトルくん、もっと、そこ好き。
Is it just me? Or are her reactions becoming really sexual? Nah, it's not just you, buddy. I'm glad she's enjoying the massage, because it means I don't have to worry about her looking at the computer screen. But her enjoyment is creating other problems for me. That's this really nice smell, and it's only getting stronger. Potentially a result of her blood flow improving and her temperature rising. The more I massage her, the more I can smell the scent mixed in with the perfume. The smell is definitely coming from her skin. A bittersweet aroma that makes my chest feel like it's tightening. It's somewhat similar to Nanami's smell, but also notably different. I've been feeling pretty tense since the start because of how thin her shoulders are. To be honest, it surprised me when I first put my hands on her. I thought her skin would be more firm and muscly. When I touched them, they were so thin, it honestly worried me a bit. The skin above her muscle area was so incredibly soft. I realized that she is very much a girl. Anyhow...
少し刺激に慣れてきたみたい。サトルくん、もうちょっと強くしてもらえる？
That's good.
そう、痛気持ちよ。
What? That was the wrong button. Pushed a little harder into her shoulders, which naturally causes her clothes to get pulled along as well. To make things worse, she's bending back a little from the stimulation. Oh. My ears both stand out that much more. They look like they're jutting out from her clothes. The shape and sheer volume only serves to stress how well endowed she is. It's a dangerous sight. How's this? Good?
それ、すごいよ。
This is bad, her voice is getting louder and louder. The swirling bones in her deep pants are reflecting her heightening pleasure.
それ、
Some tells me that Nanami can hear everything.
サトルくん、上手。
Some tells me Nanami can just hear everything that is going on. This is entering really dangerous territories. But I can't stop here. she gonna like climax again through non-sexual means. First, Nanami is searching her body for the fucking patch, now from his massage. Is that just gonna be a thing with Mayu?
私、ダメになっちゃう。どうにかなっちゃう。
Come on, Nanami, let's hold up, hurry up, finish doing whatever it is you need to do! My sanity won't last much longer here! I gritted my teeth and continued to massage his shoulders like my life depended on it. Yes, she's finally done! The long-awaited signal from Nanami finally comes in the form of a vibration in my pocket. I give her one last extra strong press while quickly pulling out the hacking device at the same time. I finally released my hands from her. The suffering felt like it lasted hours. But I look over at the clock and notice that it's been a little over 10 minutes. I can't believe 10 minutes of massaging someone is enough to get me out of breath. Well, to be fair, it was a pretty tense situation. I hope she didn't notice me pulling the stick out.
サトルくん。
Yeah?
激しいんだから、お姉さん壊れちゃうかと思ったよ。
Sorry.
でも気持ちよかった。私、強めにしてもらうのが好きになっちゃったみたい。
She's a masochist, isn't she? No, Satoru, there's not the time to be thinking about how this sounds like pillow talk. Great! I gotta go now, so bye.
もう行っちゃうの？
I don't want to bother you for too long. Anyways, bye! I rushed out of the room as I tried to clear my thoughts. Worst part was that she wasn't even aware of what she was doing. But it's okay. I made it out safely. Mission complete! Damn. Those ones really were hot, though. Ah! Stop that, Satoru! Ah!
なんでハーハーしてるの？走って帰ってきたの？
It's nothing. Just a really tense mission.
ご苦労様。そりゃそうだよね。相当な難度だっただろうし。私正直、サトルくんが一発でいけるなんて思ってなかったもん。
Are you serious?
相当無理してくれちゃった。何度か通ってもらうような少しずつのやり方の方が良かったかな。
Oh, one time was enough. I don't know if I could do this day after day. I'd go insane. So, let the heck it go out?
うん、バッチリ。痕跡一つ残してないよ。
Okay, so she didn't hear him.
研究棟内部のネットワークにはセキュリティのレベル差があって、あの端末からじゃ全部は無理だったけど。
She pulls up a map on her tablet.
この通り、ある程度の内部構造は把握成功。
Oh, damn. That's a lot of cameras.
カメラ情報が出せてるところがほぼ現状で潜入可能な区画って感じかな。
So you can hack any of the cameras listed on this map?
情報ゲットついでに魔法の種も撒いておいたから。あとは現場で逐次対応可能。
Nice. You managed all that in such a short time, too. I'm impressed.
どういたしまして。ただ、アストラル認証周りは手の出しようがなかったけどね。そこはやっぱりカードキー使うしかないって感じ。
Which doors require it, do you know?
うん。間違いなくこれ全部。
Yeesh. Well, at least we have a method for bypassing them.
ね、カメラ情報ないところに通じてるドアは、あのカードキーじゃほぼ間違いなく通るのは無理。だから、要するにこれは、式部先輩の権限で入れる範囲ってところ。
So some people have restricted access?
そうだね。多分、研究員ごとに立ち入り許可レベルが決まってるんだと思う。
I do remember her telling me that she rarely ever goes to the research center. She's not in a position of authority, so it's not a surprise that she can't access every area. This still seems too risky for me. Too risky to me. They haven't found a way around the problem of using the key card yet, but it's our only option here.
そうだね。あれだけを頼りに潜入するのは今後を考えると危険だと思う。ただ、ここわかる？
She points to a large room on the map. It's only the size and location. I'm assuming it's a control room of sorts.
私も同感。つまりここには端末があるはずだよね。
Ow. Not to scratches.
それも多分式部先輩の研究室のとはまたセキュリティレベルの違う、より深いレベルまでアクセスできる端末が。
So what you're saying is...
ここからまたハッキングを仕掛けてみたい。
If all goes well, we could potentially discover a method to open the doors that doesn't require the fake keycard. I mean, now we know that there's a limit to the information we can access from Mayu's lab computer. As it stands, we'll have to do something different if we want to obtain any new information. We do need to be cautious about our actions, but we don't have any time to waste. We have the information we need to infiltrate this area and the research center, but it's by no means impossible. There's still a risk involved, but nowhere near the level it was previously at. In that case, I know what I can do. I know what to do. I'll head to Mayu's lab at midnight tonight.
お願い。それでカードキーが問題なく使えるようだったら。
We'll infiltrate the research center as soon as I return. He's gonna like check if the card works, go in there, and Mayu's still gonna be sitting in there.
カードキー、まだ問題なく使えてよかったね。
This is less than optimal. Oh, or not. Yeah, but the hard part starts now.
わかってる。
No alarms are ringing off, nor are there any signs of security rushing to the school building. In other words, they still don't know about our forged keycard. Took a risk in using it again, but that risk paid off. Oh, there's music. We suddenly diverge from the path and head towards the research center.
そっちに回って。
Lights are still on.
予定通り通用口から。
Gotcha. How long do you think you can fool the cameras outside?
1分。それ以上はやめておいた方が良さそう。
1 minute's plenty.
じゃあ早速切り替えて。入ってすぐにも2つカメラあるから気をつけて。
Got it. I'll carry you and make a beeline for the first safety point. Make my way past the guards and sensors through a combination of my astral ability and the stealth functions of both of our uniforms. Once we arrive at the surface door, Nanami quickly presses the keycard over the door's sensor while still in my arms. The door opens and we creep inside the building without making a single peep. The interior of the building is dead silent, just as Mayu said.
ドア通過後、身を隠す場所。3メートル先左手。
Got it. We avoid speaking as much as possible after the infiltration, relying on simple noise from our communication devices as signals. It involves certain flowing noises which correspond to different meanings. We've been trained both in how to do them and interpret them. A successful mission hinges upon such skills, which is why everything has proceeded smoothly so far. Ah! The moment I slip through the door, I sense a person approaching and quickly hid in the shadows. I see no time. Nanami turns back on the cameras, covering the entrance area we just passed through. It's best to tamper with things as little as possible on missions, as a precautionary measure in the event that something unforeseen happens. We knew this, which is why we only planned to disable the cameras while I was passing through their line of sight. Thankfully, we made it in just in time. Even a second later, that research would have caught us. They walk past me, unlock a door to an adjacent block, and proceed inside right as Nanami finishes hacking. Okay, we got to go now.
問題なし。移動再開。秒速2メートル想定でカメラ順次対処。
Got it. Continue down our predetermined pathway. The room seems to be empty.
了解。開けるね。
He places the keycard against the Astron sensor, unlocking the final door.
やっと着いた。やっと声出せる。真夜中なのに、やっぱ起きて仕事してる人いたね。帰り道も気が抜けないな。
Yeah, let's wrap this up as fast as we can. Is it just me, or does this room look more like a head research lab than a control room?
だね。そこは予想を外しちゃったけど。
She then walks straight towards a computer at the corner of the room.
この端末は予想通りみたい。早速取り掛かるね。サトルくんは周囲の警戒をお願い。
Yeah. I nod and check on the cameras. They've been disabled, but we have to be ready to re-enable them on a moment's notice. We'll need a place to hide in that case. I'd better look away to scan the room, though. I hear an old familiar sound from behind me. Fuck, someone just unlocked the door. None of me! I hide my senses using my ability and pull none of me away from the computer. I then lunge under the cover and activate my uniform's stealth function.
そっか、ステルス。
The door opens not a second after she manages to turn hers on. was a close call. But we're safe. They shouldn't be able to notice us while our stealth is activated. The computer, though. We wait for them to leave, then continue with... My trail of thought is instantly interrupted when I see the face of the person that entered.
失礼しまーす。
Mayu!
あれ、いないか。一旦帰ってるのかな。
Why is she here? Nothing hinted that she'd be coming to the research center today when I saw her earlier at noontime. Actually, a more important question. Why in the middle of the night? Is that when she normally comes here?
まあいいや。それじゃ。
She walks towards the computer, completely oblivious to our presence. After moving around the mouse a bit and hitting some keys, she gives a nod and gets up. Following that, she promptly leaves the room. So what did she come here to do? Surely she didn't come to this research building this late specifically to do that minute or so of whatever on the computer.
チャンス。
Nanami bolts towards the computer and connects her tablet.
急げ。急いでトレースして。よし。
What are you freaking out for?
今の私がつかめてないセキュリティの解除だったの。大ピンチかと思ったけど、むしろチャンス。おかげでほら。
Turns out she did it on purpose. She did it on purpose or something. She pulls up a map of the research center on her tablet and shows it to me. The security data appears on blocks that were previously blank.
式部先輩はこっちに向かったみたいだね。
She points to a room on the map. It's located in an area Nanami had told me earlier was off limits. Does that mean we now have access to it with the forged keycard? Does that mean we can chase after Mayu?
よーし。この調子で。でも他の部分は硬い。10分で突破できるかな。
She continues with the hacking as planned. We initially decided that we would only stay in this room for 10 minutes to be on the safe side, gathering as much intel as we could in that time frame. And my job was to stand watch for her, but I'm curious about where Mayu went. Nanami, keep doing what you're doing, but stay alert. If you hear anything, hide ASAP and turn on your stealth just like we did. Like we just did. Focus on getting all the information you can out of it. I'm gonna borrow the keycard in the meantime.
サトルくん
I'm gonna go see if I can find Mayu. I know how pitiful my excuse was. It's a big divergence from the original plan, and it'll be risky as all hell. But I simply have to know where she headed and why. Perhaps it'll lead to some sort of hint regarding that goal she misspoke about.
その先はあと2部屋。カメラは右手2メートルと角曲がった先にもう2つ。
Received transmission from Nanami after I entered through the first door.
サトルくんに問答無用で出て行かれちゃったら、私はフォローするしかないじゃん。
Are you still waiting to navigate me?
ちょうどその辺まで潜れたところだったし、何かわかるまで戻ってくる気ないんでしょ。ハッキングよりサトルくんの安全確保を優先してあげるから、早く済ませて帰ってきて。
Sorry about this, Nanami. I've essentially forced her to go along with my rash decision. Oh well, I'll just have to convey my appreciation by finishing as fast as possible. Making use of my visual memory, I bring up a mental image of the map I saw earlier, checking the positions of the cameras, then advance by passing through the blind spots. Okay, there are 2 rooms ahead. Do I know which one Mayu went into?
ログを洗った限り、先輩は大きい方の部屋だと思う。だから分かってるだろうけど、そっち行ったらダメだからね。いくらステルス使ってても。
I know I'll go into the other room. There's honestly no guarantee I'll find anything useful in it. But I've come this far, so as long as there's a possibility, I might as well investigate. Prepare myself mentally, then unlock the door and step inside. What the? I could see everything. The room on the other side was plainly visible through a glass barrier. Is that a fucking cryo chamber? Is that a medical capsule? Well, it looks more like a life support machine. It's the first thing that springs to mind as I lay eyes on the person sleeping inside. Notice the slow, rhythmic heaving of their chest. And they're not the only person there. that like a sick girl or something? Mayu's gazing at the person inside. The tender gaze, one filled with love and compassion. Whoever this person inside is, they're clearly someone Maya thinks dearly of. The scene almost reminds me of someone visiting a gravely ill loved one in the hospital. So I guess Maya came here to visit the girl in that capsule? That raises numerous questions. Why not earlier? It's almost as though she specifically came when she knew the person would be sleeping. Why is there a person sleeping inside this capsule in the first place? She's undergoing some sort of medical treatment. Then why here? Isn't this a research laboratory? If she isn't a patient, maybe she's some sort of test subject? It's a bit of a chilling thought. Mayu speaks to the girl inside, blissfully unaware that I'm in the next room over, watching her. Kotori must be her name.
私、やっぱり小鳥がいないとダメだよ。
Whoa, you just started wailing out of nowhere.
私なりに頑張ってはいるんだけどさ。でもやっぱり相変わらずさっぱりで。頑張るのちょっと辛くなってきちゃったよ。なんていうか、こう、引っ張ってもらわないと。
See, she suddenly just opens her eyes. How about you finally get together with that boy toy of yours? I mean, he's over there. Go ahead and make out or something. I'm sure that'll boost your motivation. Hold on, what? Over where? Oh, fuck! From the sounds of it, this girl is a close friend. Someone she can let it all out around. I've never seen her act this despondent, ever. She always makes a point to act mature and responsible around me. Like she has everything together. Yet now...
でもね、今日ね、肩揉んでくれちゃったりしてね。
Oh, just stop for a brief second. She's definitely referring to me.
恥ずかしかったけど、嬉しくて気持ちよかった。
I could use this as a thumbnail. It should just go mega spoiler, but I'm not gonna be that much of an asshole.
お姉さんらしくしてなきゃって思うのに、ちょっと緩んじゃったくらい。それをね、小鳥に聞いてほしかったんだ。聞いてほしくなって、それでこんな時間に来ちゃったんだ。前に話したよね。風蘭児童学園で一緒だった彼。私この前一人合点して余計な心配しちゃったんだけど、彼ね、それが嬉しかったって。
I really meant a lot to her, didn't it? Judging from her words, though, apparently she comes here and talks to her friend quite often. So that means that this girl has been like this for a while. What happened to her, though? Why is Mayu being so open around her? Maybe her goal is related to this friend in some way? And that would mean...
サトルくん、そろそろカメラごまかすの限界。すぐ戻ってきて。
Naname's frantic voice snaps you back to reality. This is really annoying me, but I'll have to retreat for now. Grit my teeth and head back to the room where Nanami is.
お前はまた何をやっているんだか。
I have no excuses for my actions. After we pulled out of the research center, I returned back to my room and immediately reported to Dad. He finally brought me back to my senses. I acted way out of line, and I realize that now. Luckily, it all worked out, but I'm getting cold sweats now that I think about just how dangerous that was of me to do. Not only did I jeopardize my own safety, but Levy 9's too, and the entire organization for that matter. I deeply apologize for my conduct. I'll reflect on.
サトルくん、サトルくん。
I suddenly feel Nanami tug on my sleeve as I'm in the middle of my remorseful apology. What? I'm busy right now.
いいから、ちょっと変わって。
She's not going to take no for an answer, I can tell. So I reluctantly hand my phone over to her, wondering what she's so insistent to say.
レビー9、報告を引き継ぎます。っていうかね、お父さん。
Wait, what are you... This is an official report, you can't just talk casually like that. I was about to chide her, but what she says next blows me away.
サトルくんがどうしても気になっちゃったのは仕方ないよ。だって、式部先輩に関わることなんだもん。
Nanami!
式部先輩とは、サトルくんがいた児童施設で一緒だったんだって。 お父さんは知ってたんだ。私もこの前教えてもらった。そうだから
My nose is really annoying as
久
a
々
fight.
の再会だったんだよ。この学院に転入して生き別れになった幼なじみに再会したようなものだもん。私は気持ちわかる気したから。
Curious.
それでサトルくんの責任が問われるんなら独断専行を容認した私も同罪です。レビーナイン、どのような処分でもお受けします。
So that's why she didn't object to me doing that.
はい、わかりました。戻します。サトルくん。
Yeah. She hands me my phone. Quickly thereafter, she turns her face away, blushing uncomfortably. Thanks, Sonami.
そういうのは後。
Yep, sorry, this is Levy 6 speaking again. Hello?
お前、そこまで彼女に首ったけだったのね。
Oh, shut up! Are there not more important things we should be discussing right now?
おう、では話を戻すが、今回のお前の独断専行はどうあっても問題ある行動だった。
Yes.
だが、お前のその行動で入手した情報は重要な価値がありそうなのもまた確かだ。
I wasn't able to find out much other than what I saw, though. There's a girl sleeping with a capsule in a room at the research center. Why is there a girl in this capsule sleeping? Why is the capsule inside of a research laboratory and not a hospital? I could tell she was a friend of Mayu's, but what is her identity? Way too many unknowns right now. It's like the truth of the matter is shrouded in a dense fog. Yeah?
ああ、すまん。俺も現状ではまだ何とも言えん。例の連中のもう一つの狙いがその子だったという可能性も踏まえて、引き続き尋問には当たってみるが、そっちも引き続き調査を頼む。
Do you want me to try and find out more about the girl?
繰り返すが、今回のお前の行動は処罰対象になって叱るべきだ。が、今はそれを問わずにおく。その分、気張ってくれるな。
Yes, of course. It doesn't take me long to realize he's letting me off the hook. So I owe to him to comply. I'll do whatever is in my power to make up for this blunder.
よし。じゃあまず頑張ってまゆちゃんを攻め落としてくれ。
Excuse me? What the hell did he just say?
当然のアプローチだろう。研究員でもあり、どうやらその少女とも面識があるのが式部まゆだ。再潜入のための情報を集めるにも、その少女の情報を集めるにも、彼女からというのが一番手っ取り早い。現状での研究棟潜入はかなりの博打だったんだろう。だったら再潜入は情報を集めてからが望ましい。危険を冒す回数は極力増やしたくはないしな。
I see what you're saying, but... Really? I mean, it is a mission, so I guess I need to push my personal feelings aside. But I'm definitely appreciative for an excuse to interact with Mayu. Maybe I'll be able to learn more about her and the... What are you thinking, Sato? Right after I tell myself to push my personal feelings aside. It's the exact same thing that happened earlier when I spontaneously went to chase after her. I think I might...
何よりだ。
That!
お前が彼女のことが気になってしょうがないのと同じように、彼女もお前を気にしてくれてるんだろ。スパイ映画によくある展開じゃないか。潜入先の女が愛ゆえにこっちに情報を流してくれるっていうの。
I already told you it's not! I can't finish my sentence. Someone like my subconscious is telling me not to deny it.
ん？なんだ？途中で終わりか？ま、情報が得られるなら、俺としてはどっちでも構わんがな。 そんな感じでよろしく気張ってくれ。続報を期待している。
バックログ画面だね。
Well, as long as you get the information we need, I honestly don't care what you do, but still, I'll look forward to grandchildren. He ends the call before I can respond in any way. But if I'm being honest, that's a relief. Why have I been acting so funny today? Yeah, it has to be done. It has to be what I'm thinking it is. Oh, sorry. Her peevish stare pulls me back to reality before I can sink it too deep into thought. I should probably tell you what Dad told me.
聞いてれば分かっちゃったよ。
Okay.
その寝てた女の子の情報を探るの込みで、今後のために引き続き式部先輩に接触でしょ。
That's the gist of it, yeah.
まあとにかくね、サトルくんの独断専行で結局本来の目的はほとんど果たせなかったわけ。カードのログもいじれなかったし、他のセキュリティ解除手段も見つけられなかった。
Entirely my fault. Really can't apologize enough. The research center system, the research center system is completely different from the main school buildings. Can't be hacked nearly as easily. Like Nanami mentioned earlier, I don't think they'll notice that we trespassed past immediately, but there's a possibility that they'll find out eventually.
まあ仮にサトルくんが独断専行してなかったとしても、その辺がクリアできたかはわかんないんだけどさ。
It's not very reassuring.
私は現状を整理してるだけだってば。だからまあとにかくその女の子のことは大きな成果なの、私たちにとっては。狙ってたことは果たせなかったけど、無意に終わらずには済んだんだよ。ある意味サトルくんのおかげで。
Not me.
だからその子のことを調べるのは必須なの、私にとっても。だから一人で責任感じたり考え込んだりするのやめてよね。私はサトルくんの妹で相棒なんだから。
Well, thanks. You know what would be really helpful? An infiltration of that research base. If there was someone that somehow had an ability that causes electrical, like, equipment to, like, when he starts concentrating, just electric equipment in a certain radius around him to just start malfunctioning slightly. Like, cameras not being able to record anymore. Or, you know, recording a still image for as long as he's within range. Hold on. Well, thanks. Take a voice to heart. I really do appreciate her so much. A lot of anxiety was swelling in my chest, but now it's gone. Yeah, I'll keep doing everything I can, both for you and for me.
ねえ、サトルくん。
ん？
サトルくんはね、式部先輩のことが好きなの？
Do you want the truth? I'm not sure. I can't tell what my feelings for her are at this point.
何それ。
She shoulders immediately. Her shoulders immediately slump like a massive wave of dejection just hit her.
それなりに覚悟を決めて聞いたのに、何その反応のしようがない返答。
Sorry, I guess. Would you happen to know?
知らない。サトルくんのバカ。
She's exactly right. In truth, I do know. All it'll take is a tiny bit of more examining, and any lingering doubts I still have will disappear. That's why I want to try and ignore it, just a little for now. That's what I feel I have to do.
リドルジョーカー。
Whoops.
おはよう。サトルくんもこれから朝ごはん？
Yeah. Mind if I sit across from you?
もちろん。
This is my current task. I have to approach Mayu more than before. Even if my behavior is a bit conspicuous.
サトルくんついに私の教室まで来てくれちゃったの？
Well, you weren't in your lab, so I figured I'd check.
ごめんね。そうなんだ。今日はちょっと珍しく出なきゃいけない授業があって。ありがとうね、わざわざ。
No problem.
そうだ。今後はそういうケースがあったら連絡した方がいい？
That'd be appreciated.
了解。それで、お昼のお誘いってことでいいんだよね。
Yeah, is that fine by you?
もちろんもちろん。でもほんとびっくりだよ。まさかサトルくんが教室まで来てくれるなんて。
Every time I see that sweet smile on her face, I feel a sharp pang of pain in my chest. I'm hiding things from her, taking advantage of her kindness in the hopes that she'll reveal her own secrets, even though I'm keeping mine from her. I won't change as long as I'm in the SFD. So as hard as it is, though, I can't change my life's decision on a whim. I don't have the right to face my own feelings, being a secret agent. The only thing I can do is to try to ignore them by telling myself I don't know. Anyways, hey, Mayu.
何？
Well, I just... never mind, it's nothing.
そう。
How do I even broach the subject? I've been mulling over this question for the entire day. I want to find out more about that girl I saw. There's absolutely nothing I can use to segue into it. Anything I say will be met with the same reply. How do you know about her? Just somehow name drop the name Kotori. Just like, apparently that's just like manga. But like, if people are really going crazy about this character, I think her name was like Kotori or something. Just like something like that. Just like kind of hide it under conversation. I've been chilling in her lab for a while now, just absently sipping on this cup of coffee. How do I go about getting more information?
それにしてもさ、サトルくん。
Yeah.
その、変な意味じゃなくてね。こんなに連日、私のところにばっかり来てていいの？
Like what? I really hope she's not starting to suspect something.
いや、嬉しくないことないんだよ。むしろすっごく嬉しいんだけど、でも、いいのかなってね。だってほら、他のことの付き合いもあるだろうし、とか。
Not really. Yeah, it seems she hasn't grown worry yet. But in a sense, it'll be kind of hard to keep this up if she's just going to worry each time I come.
そうなの?
You're the only one I want to spend time with right now, Mayu. Mission to bodyguard Mitsukasa has concluded. As discussed with Dad yesterday, my current mission is to try and get information from Mayu, so that takes priority over everything else. But I still haven't figured out how to go about asking her about that girl. If I'm not careful with my words, you'll know what I'm keeping, that I'm keeping something from her. そういうことでいいの？発言、そういう意味でいいの？ Like, he's like, yes, my mission is to extract information from her. I do kind of not want to, like, actually try to win her heart in order to just extract it, if I don't have to. I really don't want to, like, have to go that far. But if push comes to shove, at some point I will. So for now, I'm gonna not try. And Maya's over there. Oh my god, he's coming on to me!
いや、落ち着いて。落ち着いて考えなさい、式部眉。もう一度、頭から再検討。とにかく悟くん、最近ものすごく頻繁に私のところに顔出してくれるようになって、肩揉んでくれたり、わざわざ教室までお昼誘いに来てくれたり、前にはない行動を見せるようになって、その上で今の発言、今の俺はまゆ先輩のことしか考えてないなんて。つまりこれってアプローチかけられてるって思っちゃっていいの？あの悟くんがこの私にまさか。でもこれはもう早がてはダメ。ここは仮説検証の必要性がある。それが研究者として理性的な態度というやつだよ。仮説、もし悟くんが本当にだとしたら、その検証のためにはやはり日常とは違う距離感での反応を観測するべきとなったら、もう一度。
Into the titties.
今日の作業も肩こるな。
I was deep in thought when suddenly Maya starts to grumble and rotate her arms at the shoulder joints. All the while she's doing that, she throws insinuative glances towards me every few seconds. Oh, want me to give you another massage? She has a pretty assertive personality, generally speaking, but she becomes pretty meek and reserved when asking other people for favors. You can just ask if you want one. It's the least I can do for you, considering all you do for me.
じゃあまたお願いします。
Even with the situation as it was, I'm at least glad that she seems to have liked the massage I gave her. And this time, thankfully, I don't have to do it with any ulterior motives. I tried to do a better job this time, too, by way of apology. Yeah, I can certainly feel it. You're really stiff here.
やっぱりね、座り仕事ばっかりだし、それにほら、なんていうか私は重りもぶら下げてるようなものだしとか。
I guess. I was hoping she wouldn't mention that. But I suppose it is a conscious issue for her that she has to deal with. Heck, there's softly bouncing just from me rubbing her shoulders. I'm mostly inclined to believe that lifting up those jugs of hers would help infinitely more than any massage, shoulder massage. Not that I'd ever do that. Fortunately, being a guy, it's hard not to stare. Alright, let's soften up these muscles. How's this spot?
気持ちいい。
Nice, I'll keep massaging it then. It's a damn good thing she has her back to me. Really, have I always been this fixated on boobs? Not to say that I was uninterested, but I could definitely accomplish something like a shoulder massage without staring. Maybe hers are just too large to ignore. No, that's... You know, like, she's a scientist, she's all about learning, and that's quite a large volume of things to learn right there. That was a bad joke. Or maybe. But wait, no, calm down. Focus on the massage.
やっぱり悟くん、ものすごくおっぱい見てる気がする。それも凝視。どうして？前はそんなことなかったのに。まさかあれ？前にああした時の感触が忘れられなくてとか？ サトルくん、おっぱい押し付けられて冷静でいられる男はいないって言ってたし。じゃあまさか、あの後壁ドンしてきたのも、実は本気だったのか。
her brain is just going a mile a minute.
私の反応次第では、さらに踏み込む気ありありだったってことなの？そうなの、サトルくん。踏み込む。それってつまり、私のおっぱいを。そうなったら、もうおっぱいだけじゃ済まないよね。サトルくんだってお年頃なんだし。おっぱい以外も、私、サトルくんに求められてる。求められちゃってる。
Yes!
どうしよう。私、そんなこと。
Maya seemed awfully quiet during the massage. Maybe I was just imagining it though. Regardless, I finished up my massage while keeping my desires in check, then went home for the day. My progress was made on my mission, but there was nothing I could have done about that, unfortunately. I had asked Nanami for advice on how to go about broaching the subject of that girl.
やっぱりありえないってば。さすがにそれは、サトルくんが私のこと女として求めてるなんて、ありえないと思うけど、確信が持てない。もしそうだったらどうすれば。この手のこと疎いからな。ほんと縁がなかったし。というか、そもそも、サトルくんがどう思ってようと、私が許す許さないの問題であって、私は、別にそんな気は、嫌じゃないけど、さすがに怖いし。でも、年上のお姉さんとしては傷つけたくないし、断るにしても、こう、やんわり。
You're not supposed to be a big sister figure for him anymore, though.
そんなのどうやるの？徹底的にこの手のことの知識の蓄積が足りてない。となったら、今からでも遅くはないよね。調べるしか。ちょいちょいっと検索。年下の優しいあしらい方。
That doesn't mean what you think it does!
こんな手が。
That is something completely different! Well, I discovered porn. Help. So that's my current dilemma. Any ideas on what I can do? I gave Nanami a call after I returned to my dorm.
どう思うも何も。肩もんで帰ってきたなんて話を聞かされて、私はどう返せばいいんだろうね。
Good question. Yeah, she has a really good point.
とりあえず分かったのは、式部先輩がほんと悟くんには気を許してるんだなってことくらい。
You think? Wait, how'd you arrive at that?
あのね、普通は男子に肩なんて絶対揉ませないってば。というより、そんな無防備に触らせたりしないから。相手によっぽどいろいろ許してないと。
Oh.
何緩んだ顔してるの？
Shut up, I'm not. At least I think. I was kind of jumping for joy on the inside when Nanami said that. No, I have no right to, though. In fact, my guilt just compounds each time something with Mayu makes me happy. And I don't see that changing. Put that in consideration, and the fact that I'm making Nanami a bit irritated, I should be careful with my behavior going forward. Would you say anything's worth trying if it has the possibility of giving us new leads?
まあね。例の女の子に関しては、現状ほんと何が何やらだし。
Like, here's the thing. Main character right now is not dense. He is fully aware of his feelings for Mayu, but chooses to ignore them for the sake of his mission. Which is the logical thing to do when you are on a secret mission for the fucking government. Try to, like, put your personal agendas as the second priority.
手がかりの手がかりレベルでも入手できたらありがたいところ。
Right. On that note, I have an idea. At the very least, we know that the sleeping girl is a friend of Mayu's.
そうだね。サトルくんが聞いたところによると、友達みたいな感じだったってことなんだし。
So, since infiltrating the research center again carries too much risk, why don't we hack into Mayu's personal computer in her room instead? We currently lack any real information, so if I feel like that would be we currently lack any real information, so I feel like that would be a better option than probing the AIMS database for something.
あ、そっか。友達っぽかったんなら。
Exactly. You might find some personal information pertaining to the girl on Mayu's computer.
確かにね。うん。寮の部屋なら正直、忍び込むのは楽勝だろうし。でも、親しい人のプライベートを暴くことになるけど、いいの？
It's for the mission, I'll have to do it. Swallow my emotions as I answer her.
うん、わかった。それじゃあ、早速その作戦やってみよう。
Tonight?
明日の日中っててもないではないけどね。でもそれだと、二人揃って授業を抜け出すことになるでしょ？かといって、深夜は深夜で難しいよね。寝てるところに侵入することになるんだし。
Fair points. I guess evening it is. Plan goes something like this.
式部先輩！ん？何かな、ななみちゃん。
Bath! The initial step starts after we've finished eating dinner and taken our baths, or not. First, Nanami catches Maya's attention outside her room.
今、大丈夫ですか？もしよかったら、ちょっと勉強を見てもらえないかなって。勉強？無理なら諦めますけど。ああ、いや、ごめん。大丈夫、大丈夫。でも、いいの？私なんかを頼ってくれちゃって。私が知ってる中で、先輩が一番頭良さそうですもん。そう？そうでもない気もしないでもないけど。とにかく、ななみちゃんの部屋で。よかったらロビーで。気が散らない？私の部屋、今ちょっと散らかしちゃってるもので。
And how about my room? No, 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 no!
そう。ってわけでお願いします。行きましょう。
In the meantime, climbing the building wall as per usual.
こちら成功。
Alright, a few moments later. Phew! Successfully sneaked into Maya's room through the window. Still a bit before curfew, so there was a possibility that I would be spotted by someone as I scaled the wall. No signs of that, though. Our uniform stealth function exists precisely to prevent scenarios like that from happening. Also, luckily enough, the window's lock was a normal lock that doesn't require a keycard. That made things easier. I've successfully infiltrated the room. I'll now proceed to insert the tool. Give Nanami a status update, then take out the hacking tool from my pocket. It's the same one we used last time. Okay, let's turn the computer on. All I have to do is insert it. The program will run by itself and do everything it needs to. Objective this time is to simply copy the data on the computer, so nothing complicated. After putting it in, I just have to wait for it to tell me what it's done. The estimated finish time based on the size of the contents of the HDD is 15 minutes. Once it's done, the computer will turn off. That's the signal I'm waiting for before I pull it out. It's something bad about invading Mayu's privacy. Sorry. All I can do is apologize in my head. Alright, gotta focus on the mission. Once I see the computer is on, I'll promptly insert the... Ah! Ah! Sudden transmission from Nanami stops my hand where it is. It wasn't a signal noise either. It was her voice, and a very panic-filled one at that. What happened? Huh? Why is she in a hurry? I don't know why I've decided to make him sound like a scared girl. I hear the door unlock from behind me. Oh, she's already back! I'm screwed! I need to leave, but I can't. She'll notice if I go through the window. I quickly hid in the corner in the room and the door begins to open. Then without a second to waste, I activate the stealth function. But he's just in the fucking corner like, please fucking notice me, please don't fucking notice me, please don't fucking notice me. Did you catch me?
ごめんね、ななみちゃん。一回引き受けたのに。でも、パッと見た感じ、長引きそうだったからな。お風呂まだだったし、やっぱり、今は自分の勉強を優先しないとだし。
I don't think she noticed me. Did he pull the fucking USB drive out? Yeah, I'm safe. That was a close call. Escape unsuccessful, but I currently have my stealth activated and haven't been spotted. Inform Nanami of my current situation via noise signals. I'll attempt to escape when the opportunity arises. Still, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. The stealth function may hide my appearance, but she'll notice if I make any large movements, meaning escaping through the window isn't an option, nor is leaving through the door, since unlocking and opening it will also make noise. I just... I'll just have to wait here until she leaves the room again. She did say she hasn't taken the bath yet, luckily, so that'll probably be my opportunity. Oh no, she's got a strep. That was the reason why she came back here in the first place. What? What's with the headband, all of a sudden? Why, though? I assume that she means she has something to take care of before taking her bath? But what? She seems awfully cheery for some reason.
やっぱりね。備えあれば憂いなしだしね。勉強しておけば、いつ来られても落ち着いて対処できるはずだしね。お姉さんとして。そうすればきっと。
Oh no, she's gonna watch porn. She's studying. Aren't her grades basically top of the class? What subject would she possibly need to prepare for? No, I'd rather not. That sounds too risky. I'll just wait it out. Safety first, as the saying goes. I want to avoid taking any risks. It's definitely not because I'm itching to see what she's about to do. No, most definitely not.
おっと、コーヒーは欠かせないよね。落ち着かなきゃだしね。にしても、こんな世界があったなんてな。知らなかったよ。
Cece, what is it? What subject could possibly make her this giddy? I have to know. Sex said. No, wait, I'm not doing this for me. I have no other choice. I'm stuck here. I'm absolutely not peeking because I want to. Okay, maybe just a little.
さて、あれ？私 PC つけっぱなしにしてたっけ？
Shit! Is she gonna think anything of it?
ナイスだよ、私。それじゃあ早速、昨日の続きを。
Still in the clear. One saving grace in this situation was that she entered before I inserted the hacking tool. Huh, she's on her internet browser looking at something. Maybe it's a research page on some Astron-related topic.
男の子のあしらい方。 いよいよ本題だね。望むところだよ。
My brain just had a momentary lapse. What? How to blow off a boy? What on earth is she studying?
いろいろテクニックがあるんだ。やっぱり。ふむふむ。ほほー。これは全部熟読しておかなきゃ。年上のお姉さんとしては。あしらうにしても傷つけちゃかわいそうだもんね。肩だってまた揉んでほしいし。
Wait, is she talking about me? She's studying how to blow me off? How to tear me down? Wait, back up! What the hell? I'm collecting useful information. I'll stay here and see how much I can get. Man! Maybe she's actually annoyed by my frequent visits. Anime did say that girls wouldn't just let any guy massage their shoulders, but maybe Mayu felt compelled to say yes for some reason. But wait, stop thinking negatively. She said she wanted more of them. So where does that leave us? What's going on here? Why is she studying how to blow me off?
やっぱりこういう手だよね、このサイト。
Oh, gee! What kind of site is she on? God, I can't see the monitor from where I'm at. It's driving me crazy.
こういうのも、年上のお姉さんとしては知っておかないとまずいよね。なんせ年上なんだし、向こうもそういうの期待してるだろうし。嫌なわけじゃないんだよ。ただちょっと怖いだけでっていう。でもそれも知られたくはないわけで、となったら、こういうこともしっかり今はこれで許してじゃないけど、でも
Whoops, fuck.
口でするだけで。
Top secret. That's the achievement I just got. Please finish.
でもこんなことまでするんだ。男の子ってこんなのがいいんだ。
Hold up, what? Is she on some sex advice website for women?
ほう、裏筋って言うんだ。裏筋と祈祷。なるほど。
And she's reading it all in meticulous detail. Why? Just why? I have to stop myself from shouting at the top of my lungs. Actually, why am I spying on her in the first place? That's the biggest question I should be asking myself. Oh God, there's no way now I can tell down to me what's going on right now. Man, honestly, I just want to get the hell out of here right this second. My heart's beating like a runaway train, and it's definitely not because I'm scared of being caught. She's reading an internet how-to for blowjobs. Mayu is barely to use on me. What am I supposed to do, goddammit? Just standing still is hard enough. Ah, please just go take your damn bath already.
小刻みにか。ちょっと試してみた方がいいのかな。
What? What is she about to do? Oh God, I don't like what this is headed.
そうだよね。実践も必要なことだよね。なんかものすごく恥ずかしいけど、年上なのに何も知らないままの方がもっと恥ずかしいし、今後のために。
Wait, just relax. Satoru. Just relax, Satoru. Isn't this a golden opportunity? She's glued to her computer right now. Maybe I can open the door real carefully without her noticing? I've got it! Just as I'm about to finish my sentence, I hear something that kills the reason left in me.
勉強しておくからね、サトルくん。
My heart suddenly leaped out of my just. I never heard her say my name there. Before I knew it, I've accidentally cut off transmission and leaned myself forward. And what a sight I'm greeted with. Cease. Ah! He's sucking on her finger very erotically. For a minute or so after, Mayu sat in her chair to catch her breath. Eventually, though, she sat back up and grabbed some tissues to wipe her... Oh. Oh.
お風呂も入らないと。今なら誰もいないよね。ほんとリミットギリギリだし。はあ、もっと勉強しないとな。いろいろ。
She grabs a can to change her clothes and dejectedly walks out the door. I shouldn't have to worry about her coming back for a while now. I need to brace myself with all my might as I leave the room. I wasn't able to make it back to my room in the state I was in. I supported myself by leaning against the walls and walked towards Nanami's room. Sorry, I know I told you not to come. Well, please, just let me rest here a bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall apart.
さすがに出てけとは言えないよ。とにかく無事でよかった。途中で通信も切れちゃうし、何度部屋に突撃しちゃおうかと思ったか。でも、大丈夫だったんだよね。
I don't think she noticed me. Sit down and take a breather. I was tightening the bottom half of my body, or rather clenching my ass the entire time, which made me extremely fatigued. Most of it's mental fatigue, though. I was scared for a while, but luckily she left to take a bath, and I used that opportunity to get out.
ごめんね。私の責任だよね。てっきり、とっくに入浴済みだと思ってたけど、ちゃんと確認するべきだった。でも、結局何だったの？お風呂の前にどうしても済ませておきたい用事があったってことなんだよね。サトルくん？
How to best go about explaining this? I'd rather not, out of respect for her privacy.
私たち PC の中身まるっと盗んじゃおうとしてたんだけど。
I know, but still! It wasn't in any way related to our mission, so please just let it go!
許してあげてって。まあ、サトルくんが自分の胸だけに秘めておきたい式部先輩の秘密ってことなら別にいいけど。
Sure, just please don't ask me any more questions.
はいはい。それじゃあ、それはそれとして。じゃあ、機会を伺って再トライってことで。
What?
じゃないよ。当たり前でしょ？無意に終わっちゃったんだし。私も今度はしっかり引き止めておくから。サトルくんも再潜入よろしくね。
But really don't feel up to this. But I think I'm just gonna have to do it. I have to erase that sex set from our browsing history before we run that hacking program. Should notice that. Is there no way around it?
プライベートを暴いて申し訳ない気持ちは私も一緒だってば。けどお互いミスは成果で取り返しておかないとさ。でしょ？
Yeah. You're right. I'm sorry, Mayu. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for not being able to apologize in person.
というか、式部先輩、お風呂に行ったんだよね。
Yeah, now's the fucking chance. Yeah, that's what she said before she walked out. She won't have much time, though. It's almost closing time for the baths.
なら今こそチャンスなんじゃないの？
Please, no! Not today! At least give me a few days to recover! As pitiful as it is, I'm still abstaining at this very moment. And if I go back into a room, I'll remember everything I just saw. This time, I'll definitely get a boner.
じゃあもう部屋に帰って休んだ方がいいんじゃない？
Let me rest here for just a little while longer, please.
そんなに消耗したんだ。まあそりゃ無理もないんだろうけど。
Oh, she has no idea. Any guy would be drained after experiencing what I just did. But it's not the main But that's not the main reason I didn't want to go today. The guilt I feel is just too strong.
やっぱり時間ギリギリに行って正解だった。おかげで誰もいなかった。さすがにね。あんなことしちゃった後だと人目が。かといってお風呂入らないのも気持ち悪いし。そもそもしなければよかったとか、そういうのはいい子なしだよ、私。勉強のためなんだから、勉強の。
Oh, don't worry. Sometimes you just regret it after you're done. That's normal.
でも、明日サトルくんの顔まともに見れるかな。なんかいろいろ思い出しちゃいそう。ダメだよ、マユ。ちゃんと切り替えておかないと。そうそう、切り替え。そのためにメールチェックでも。そっか、今日ってセキュリティの定期診断の日か。
Like it matters to me. My research isn't exactly the most interesting stuff. At least nothing this industry spies would give a care about.
ちょっと待って。これ、変だ。
Did he go to the research center today? But what's with this log?
まさか。リドルジョーカー。
I avoided seeing Mayu the next day. It's not only sad, but probably comes off as odd to her. I mean, I've been visiting her every day for the past few weeks or so. For the past week or so. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. However, my mission still continues.
じゃあサイトライト行こっか。
Okay. It's night time and none of me is raring to go. Now's not the time to back down.
同じミスを繰り返さないためにも、今日は式部先輩をお風呂に誘うから。
I don't think she'll, take your invitation.
それなら絶対すぐには戻れないからね。仮に何かあっても、サトルくんが離脱する時間は確保できるよ。
I'll just have to hope she won't remember what you did to her last time in the bath and say no.
さすがにそれはないってば、散々違うからって言ってあるし。っていうか、忘れかけてたんだから蒸し返さないでよ。サトルくんのバカ、アホ。
She actually sounded really fucking adorable while in despair there, and I don't know what I should think about the fact that was my first thought. That she sounded really adorable, just whining in despair just now. I think I might have a problem. Just a tiny one. Just a tiny one. Ow. Anyways, I'm sincerely sorry. Even if I'm loathing having to do this, I probably shouldn't have brought that up. I'm just gonna have to get it over with already. I just have to get over it already. What I saw yesterday was something I didn't need to see. Completely different circumstances than the sleeping girl in the capsule. didn't see anything yesterday. I didn't see anything. Okay, I'm ready.
あとは昨日と同じようにバックログ画面ですね。
Like Satoru just like, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Okay, I'm ready. Nanami just like, okay, I get that you're ready, but why do you have a boner? Fuck. Let's pretend yesterday never happened.
そうだね。お互い失敗したんだしね。
In very different ways. No more thinking about it.
対象をポイント F まで誘導完了。
After that, commencing infiltration. Phew. So as Nanami keeps Mayu occupied, the rest should be cake. Sneak in with no troubles and complete the hacking in a few minutes. All in all, it went a lot faster than I expected. I received no contact from Nanami either, so that means they're both still in the bath. She somehow sets something up that either records him doing this, or somehow cuts off the communication. Time for me to get out of here then. I suppress the bubbling feeling of guilt and quickly leave the room. After this, we'll have Nanami run over the data, and then we'll be done. I never want to have to do something like this ever again. For that reason, I can only hope the data gives us some sort of lead. Boom.
これどういうこと？
I don't know. I wasn't expecting it, honestly. Approximately 10 minutes later, Nanami and I both stare at the screen of her tablet in utter confusion. As it is, it's completely wiped. I can't believe the only stuff on here is the OS and the pre-installed programs.
どう見てもブラウズ専用マシンだよ、これ。データ関連は全部オンラインストレージに置いてるとか？
She got rid of
そ
everything.
れならまあわからなくもないけ
She
ど。
got rid of 100% everything. Actually, pieced two and two together. Wait. I didn't leave the PC on, so someone somehow came in here and tried to steal everything. They may already have some of it by the but clearly they haven't finished since they left the PC on. So I should immediately delete everything and then like lay a trap since they are sure to come again. Anything stick out from her web browser's bookmarks and history?
その辺込みで今まるっと洗ってる。けど、それっぽいのはないな。閲覧してるのはポータルサイトとそこからのリンク先くらいだね。重要なのは全部研究室のマシンなのかな。まあ、量は確かに危ないもんね。簡単に潜入できちゃうくらいなんだし。
Wait, hold on. Can I take a look at her browsing history from yesterday?
はい、これだね。
She was right. The only logs only show portal-sized news pages linked from there. The page from yesterday is nowhere to be seen. So while I was hiding, while I was in her room hiding yesterday, Mayu was looking at some sex advice website. I didn't actually see the website itself, but going off of what she said, yeah, it was definitely something not for kids.
だからサトルくん、昨日何があったか教えてくれなかったの？
Yeah. Of course, I left out quite a few details, but some things are better left unsaid. Just the nature of the site itself should suffice for the point I'm trying to make.
つまり
Yeah.
エッチなサイト見てハーハーしてる式部先輩見てサトルくんもハーハーしてたってこと？
No!
サトルくん、通信越しにも様子変だったよ。
Well, duh! I was shocked when I realized what she was looking at! It threw me for a loop!
予想外って。サトルくん、女の子に夢見すぎ。
What? Girls normally look at those sorts of websites in their free time? Don't tell me that's something you do, Nanami!
私のことはいいの。お兄ちゃんのセクハラ大臣、セクハラ賞。
Pervy Predator! We got a title! I suppose. Probably. What the heck? You brought it up!
あんまり騒ぐと隣の人に感づかれかねないよ。
feel like she's the one being fussy, but she has a point, so I quiet down. As does Nanami.
データが消されてる可能性があるってことだね。
Yeah, probably after I left, which would be after she returned from her bath.
サトルくんが潜入してたのバレてたってわけじゃないよね。
Considering what happened yesterday while I was in there, I would say that's highly unlikely. There's a possibility that she knew I was there and only masturbated for the purpose of catching me off guard. But I wouldn't be here right now if that were the case. I am 99% sure. Can't claim my 100% confidence, which frustrates me to an extent. I really should have paid her a visit today instead of whining to myself about how embarrassing it'd be. It's too late for that, though.
だよね。そうなるとまあたまたまなタイミングだったのかもしれないけど。
By the way, we don't know anything for certain, so we can only make assumptions.
一応消去されたデータの痕跡は発掘してみるけど、あまり期待はしないでおいて。
I was hoping this plan would net us some sort of lead, but damn. I really got nothing.
せっかく2日にわたって苦労したのにね。
It is unfortunate, but honestly I'm a bit relieved. I was a bit apprehensive about this plan from the start. Just didn't feel right to invite a privacy like that. Well, I guess I ended up witnessing something extremely private regardless.
ってわけで他の手も見つけたかったところだけど仕方ないか。やっぱり研究室の方にハッキングだね。サトルくん、また日中にうまいこと式部先輩の気をそらしてね。
Yeah. Guess it means another shoulder massage. I'm not thinking dirty thoughts, I swear. What if something like yesterday does happen?
なんかエロい顔になってない？
Absolutely not! I can vehemently deny it all I want. By the side time I come clean to myself, can't turn a blind eye to these feelings any longer. I'm attracted to her as a woman. I'm sexually attracted to her.
リドルジョーカー。
I kind of really want to keep going. I kind of really want to keep going. But I probably shouldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and end the part here. So hope you guys enjoyed. Just want to see you next time. Bye-bye.